integral in the fight against illegal refining, and now working in a different capacity. I'll let him give us all the details, but first let me quickly introduce. He now goes by his eminent ambassador. I hope I got that correctly, Dr. Nwanchukwu Adah. So congratulations on Dr. Pat. It's been a long time, so a lot must have changed. He is the Deputy Commander General of the Nigerian Hunters and Forest Security Service, NHFSS. So you're welcome and good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Welcome.
Long time.
Long time it is, really long time, and a lot has been happening. Just to catch up before we go into the details of the conversation, many who hear your name would remember you as the national coordinator of the civilian JTF. Yeah. So what has changed between that time and now?
Well, actually, I initiated civilian JTF as I in Maiduguri, Borno State. No, civilian JTF was initially on Maiduguri, Borno State. So I decided to...
The vice president now, Shetima,
yes, Kashi Shakima. I decided to aside Borno State, and from Kaduna, Abuja, River State, Delta State, I established a bill has been passed already by the Assembly. And the name Nigerian Hunter and Forest Security Service, they used to have different hunter names. But the name Nigerian Hunter and Forest Security Service was initiated by the Senate and the Assembly. They decided, they said this name, it will be called Nigerian Hunter and Forest Security Service. And by this name, all the name Hunter has been collapsed under this name. So I find that the bill has been passed and sent to the Mr. President Muhammad Buhari, then President Muhammad Buhari. I look at the bill and he minted that because of the short time, he said the next person should criticize and assign. So when they now presented it to Tinubu said, this is another president name. I cannot sign under somebody. He sent it back to Assembly. After 2 weeks, he sent it back to Mr. President. That was when Tinubu said all governors should arm them and work with them. Yes, the president said all governors work with them, arm them and work with them to secure our forests. So as we are talking to you now, we are bench of final approval, president endorsement. That is all we're waiting for the Nigerian Hunter to become law. So that was why I collapsed into Nigerian Hunter, which is the next online after civil defense. Okay. So right now, our men, the ones that accepted to collapse, and from that stage will continue operating under that name ignorantly. So that is it. Here we are.
Sounds like a lot has happened in a very short space of time. All right. So now, what have you been doing, working as the Deputy Commander General of the NHFSS? What exactly has been your job?
Well,
because we know that the hunters have been doing a lot of work security-wise in the north. Banditry, they've been also drafted in to help tackle terrorism and govern and try to secure the ungoverned spaces across the northern part of the country.
Of course.
Is that the same in the south, or there's more that you are doing here?
Yes, immediately I got into hunter, I have to initiate what they call anti-bunkery. Before now, I am into economic sabotage, fight against economic sabotage. And I initiated this anti-bunkery in hunter. And if you find out, the pipelines are fine in the forest. All the pipelines that produce here and all that, you must find them in the forest. And so the hunters own the forest. The governing state is for the hunter, which is the forest. So we took the duty that we protect our economy. Apart from fighting the banditry, the criminal, in the north, we have Boko Haram, Esmed, and what have you. And so in the south, we have a different thing like anti-bunkery, there's we'll call it militancy and all that, which into bunkery and all that. So every area have what we are fighting. Just like in Zamfara, we are fighting good mining and all that. So Nigeria is richly blessed. So we circulate ourselves on department where we can affect the country positively in the forest. So today we are fighting anti-bunkery activity.
So sometime this year, I read that the Nigerian hunters, led by yourself in collaboration with the NSCDC, were able to track down camps of illegal oil refiners in the country. And here it says that they also had fake hunters in a forest,
Yes.
Idia Bridge in Omok,
Yes,
Rivers State.
Of course.
And yourself said that the operation was executed with the NSCDC, like earlier said.
Yes.
How do you go about this job of tackling this problem and this fight against illegal oil refining?
Well, I've been into it for 19 years today. I've been fighting economic sabotage for 19 years today because I see that is the area where the country needed all the most. Actually, so far, if you can see me now, you see that I've changed drastically from when you know me.
Yes.
Yes, I was born third degree burnt. I was born a tanker that was loading illegally was caught. The whole place was vandalized. So we decided to set the tanker ablaze. So why doing that? I think in the presence of Major Adah was there, Captain Osoni, and Lieutenant Osoni and Captain Mohammed. I think three of Tantita and all that, and the presence of a former IG called Owando now. We are to set that tanker ablaze. So it was our duty because we are the sovereign contractor. So trying to set that truck ablaze, the thing exploded and burnt me to third degree.
It was a very. I think I came to see you at the time.
Yes,
when we got the report.
I burnt to the point of death, and I don't know how I'm alive today. Only God knows. Because if you see me, you see my photos and pictures, you see that I was born to the point. I was rejected by different hospitals, and how God kept me alive, I don't know. But you can see I'm a little bit disfigured, because of the fire burnt and all that. So it was heavy, and that is the price I pay for my country. Whether they value it or not, if there's some country to be with what has happened to me, even Mr. President or the NNPC will invite you and see what they can do for you. But up to today, nothing happened. And that my born, I think, is his issue of loading of tankers in that area.
Which area was that
it
at
down
the time where that happened?
It's at almost going to Ebema area. That's your nega.
Is that the same place where you recently also intercepted
yes, this
with
is
the NSCDC?
Different. When they say Omok is a community headquarters, but these places are distant of 1 hour, 2 hours to get to these places. But they all call them, they have their different names. Like this place is Obricom Field. Obricom Field tick to as if you are going to Obiafo Field. So they have their name, oil warehouse and their name distant, but are the same environment and they are the same local government.
There are many who have said these illegal refined products, when you apprehend those who are behind it and you get the products, they should be disposed differently. Some people think that burning them or just disposing them that way, it's not the best. Is that something that have been discussed among the NHFSS to say, okay, how can we better ways to do this to safeguard ourselves as well, and also to ensure that we safeguard the environment, which has been a major conversation?
Yes, we decide recently we decided to evacuate them and have a special place to dispose them.
Okay.
The ones that is value sent back to the company for use. But
the one when you get this product, there are some that are of no
like
value
crude,
anymore.
Like the raw crude.
Okay.
The raw crude is still valued.
Okay.
You discharge them and send them, bring them back to the refining.
But you already refined ones that refined at that level.
Some of them that refined are not refined properly, so they are not professionally refined that they can use. Even if people are still using them, but you see that sometimes you see my engine get problem.
Okay, and those are the ones that you then have to destroy.
Before I burn, spoil my engine. This one, dude, is because of the unrefined. So it's the one that everybody have now that they are using in the streets.
I need you to say this again because I need us to understand it. So when you apprehend these people, if it's the raw crude that's there, you take and you return.
Yes, you can pass it back to the company for proper. This thing, you know the raw crude we are talking about damage the soil of lands, and anywhere this damage is caused, they call it spillage. The whole place will be damaged. The land will not be fertile for more than 20 or more years. So you can see the damage that these people are causing, these vendors are causing. So what happened is that sometimes the company evacuate them so that the thing will not dry on that load and destroy the land. So they evacuate them back to the system. for use.
Okay.
But if these refined ones, some of them are not properly refined. So when they refine it, they can refine it to their own taste, the way they want, not professionally. So they sell it everywhere. And that is why you hear about the engine, my engine don't damage, the fuel I buy no good, all these ones. So the company cannot observe them to use them in their system.
So that's why you'd have to burn those ones.
We now evacuate them to certain area where we dispose them.
All right. We have a short commercial coming. There's more to hear from you when we return. On Facebook, it is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info.
Security Service, NHFSS, Nwanchukwu, Adah. And on Facebook, if you are watching live, a simple question: is there a permanent solution to the problem of illegal oil refining and vandalism? Would like to hear from you, so get on Facebook and share that thought with us at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. We are streaming live. You can watch and talk with us. We'll come back to Mr. Adah now. He had shared his experience of how he got burnt and still recovering, if you ask, because if you're on Facebook, you possibly would see him in the studio still taking treatment, but then already back to work. And I was telling us about how recently in Omok they also apprehended some illegal refiners and pipeline vandals who had an illegal camp set up somewhere where they illegally refine crude. He had also talked about tried to explain why some of these products are burned or destroyed. It's not because they can use them, it's because they are not usable looking at the standard within which they were refined. So there's nothing that can be done about it than to destroy. But if it's the raw crude, they take it back to the system so that it can be properly refined and then put into the market. Mr. Adah, quickly, I'll let you finish up on that. So you were saying all of that happens. Many have said, okay, we should consider alternatives, and you've tried to explain. Is there a permanent solution to this problem? This problem of illegal refining and pipeline vandalism?
That is a very big question. Honestly, if you ask me permanent solution, I would say for now, I can't tell you we have discovered, find out how to sort it all, or to declare pipeline vandalism free. But the issue is, if you ask anybody, they will tell you lack of employment. Because when you read, the only thing you hear is hungry. But everybody's hungry to oil bunker. But that answer has not been given to me. So when you said bunker free, a pipeline can answer that question and tell you, yes, this is what you do, and there will be no bunker activity, except in Nigeria. You should work with hard at that. Now don't have to transfer.
So in River State so far, if you put in, when you look at it, do you say that there is positive state of it? Are we seeing beyond it in those areas in River State?
Honestly, every part where we have a line, the crude oil end, which is grazing and line, there is vandalization. You know, it's like on the area, this area, and the area you walked, go to every part of where they have job pipelines, there is vandalism activity going on there. People selling back market all over the road, River State. It is all from illegal concrete, deformation or refinery. So, point now, these areas have mothers, children, fathers arrested 2 years, like few about 2 days arrested, and 13 years. Let's don't find out there. One of them is 2 of them that one. You find that you come 8% people. The areas, all the areas are affected, and is high because of this thing. So we that is fighting them so far, honestly, what I've done, I'm Mr. President, all on. I'm even want to talk about illegal 43%. I mean, one of the people who have done estimately against everybody under environment. It becomes me for no reason. People against you for no reason. For us, few days ago, about yesterday, they held for 1,350,000. Why? 1,350,000. And when you ask, God will tell you, there is the level of oil artists. We don't have the government. We don't have the government authority. You're talking about one load the ship. Traveling to one country, you are talking about one load the ship. Traveling to one country, you are when you talk about this, when we are fighting, that's lead to the pipeline. We are fighting environment. When you talk about this, when we are fighting, that's lead to the pipeline. We are fighting environment. Any level of involving the very youth. That
to make us book is good. Some solution to oil refining which is 230003. Jude from Omuma is on the line. Good morning, Jude.
I have to make suggestion here.
All right.
Because it passes almost from every backyard in the Niger. There are Nigerian boys and the money come one more location government education those who
See, what other the governor have been killers and can move area to people to can stop this. If not, Andrew, if not that way, that not sell cars can stop this. If not, Andrew, if not that way, that not sell cars so that the man have illegal products. If there is issue, they tell you. If you have issue with that illegal product, if there is issue, they tell you. If you have issue with that, they tell you. Do you think it's the refinery just died natural death? It is people's political, northern people who want to make sure that they prove to us that they are the owners of the oil, since they are always in the affairs of leadership. Then let's to the death of the refinery.
All right,
and today
George.
we are
Occupied offices that could have done what is right. If they did it, we would not be here as well. So I think it's very unfair to think that it's just all northern politicians, big wigs, and corridor of power. That would be very unacceptable. Christian from Bonny, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
Yes, you see, some of this problem is from the so-called the federal government. The way they handle this oil matter, it shows clearly that they are stealing. You see, when there is clarity in your activity and open policy, the host community, the oil companies, and the so-called federal government, they operate an open policy. People see the sincerity in what they are doing. Believe me, nobody will vandalize any pipeline. They will be convinced that, yes, our government and our policy is open, clear, and straightforward. Just day before yesterday, in my community here, you see armed men carrying guns, following all these oil companies and so on. It shows they are stealing. You don't need to bring all these things to this extent. Once there is openness, nobody, even if you be the community self that will be fighting these pipeline vandals for the government. But the government is a culprit. We keep repeating these things. They are the culprits. I work as an insider. I'm talking as an insider. The government and their policies, they are the real culprits. The government should change their policies and operate an open policy, and all these things will end for good.
All right, Imbori, Letambari, good morning.
Good morning, it's me, Andrew.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to the...
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you. If you may listen, not that I'm supporting illegal bombing or whatever called illegal refinery in the Niger Delta region. But I just want to disagree with one point by your guest, saying that illegal bunkering, pipeline vandalism is responsible for the hike in petrol price. If we take statistics or analysis from what has been happening right from the days of Obasanjo, I think the other president before President Muhammadu Buhari, there has been large mark of bunkering. And yet, the price has not been to this level. You see what happened in Ogoniland just few weeks ago, that somebody was killed in his farm. And I don't know how the security aspect of what you are doing looks like, because this area has been very harmful to the people, not just the Ogoni people, to the people of the River State, mostly the Che axis and the Ogoni axis. And no adequate measures has been put in place to at least cut that situation. Thirdly, the issue of this bunkering involves the officials of NNPC and security officers in this country. And yet we keep crying that illegal bunkering and all that, because they are the people who pave way for those qualified contractors. If the government put more of his lead start exploring oil from Ogoni.
All right, thank you. JJ and Ruby, good morning.
I want to respond to this man.
Yes, you would. Let's just finish this call and then we'll get you to respond with him. JJ, quickly, please.
Yes, and I greet your guest. Andrew,
Well done, sir.
if there is no demand, will there be supply? The answer is no, economically. So because of the vacuum created by our refineries not working to meet demand, then there is a demand, and certainly people will look for a way to get supplies. And are you aware that even the IOCs also demand from the product that these people produce in the creek? Are you aware? If your girls want to food, you should answer this question. If he's not aware that the IOCs also demand from diesel and some other things that these boys produce. It's a simple thing. It's not about fighting, endangering your life, burning trucks, burning yourself and all those. Let the refineries work, make up for the demand that people need for these things, and the whole thing will end because there will be no market. What's all this about fighting, army, everybody leaving their responsibility to go fight, whatever? Block down demand, make it up with supply, and everything will go.
All right.
Are we so daft in this country?
All right, thank you, JJ. Quickly, back to Mr. Adah now. Yes, you wanted to respond to...
Yes, one of the guests before the last one said things, and one of the things he said was illegal refinery is responsible for fuel increase. Maybe you didn't hear me well. I didn't say that. I said when I was asked a solution to total eradication of bunkering activities, I first of all mentioned few days ago the fuel price was increased. When I said that, it means that increasing of the fuel price makes this board to do more bunkering. One, their petrol and diesel they bring from bunkering will be expensive. The more they increase fuel price and other is in increase, the more they do the bunkering more, because that is when they get more. Now when they sell along the sometimes go they sell it 400 to 500. Now the fuel increase, they sell it 1,500 per. You can see that they make more gain when there is a fuel scarcity in the country. People prefer to buy from them when they see that the petrol station is selling for 1,300 something. They will sell for 800 or 700. You see, people want to buy, even if apart from that, if you go to the petrol station, sometimes you will not even see for to buy those in that this illegal bunkering activity is responsible for economy. You may not know today. Nigeria is surviving through oil, major even for gold mining and all that. Nigeria is surviving what the whole country knows what is oil production. So if we are surviving through oil and this oil, they are complaining just like I use this and I drank off left to one. Now they say that they lost a lot of crude oils. They lost a lot of their products, and yet they pay the government, the federal government, what they are supposed to pay. So they are the one losing. So that is why they declined from their tax. So what we are trying to say is that let us know, just like one of the speakers said, that let us know that it is the disadvantage of it is the advantage. Last time I told the people that in our various courts, we that go fight illegal oil bunkering, we see. Let me tell you one or two. I've gone to the bush, find old men crying. The woman I tried to interview the woman, he could not say anything out tears. The man managed that look, I find out the only thing I had is when I'm survived. I'm living in pressure all my life. They have no place to pray material. And one who went there just wait. Imagine if this old man have up to 2-3 years to live, he may not live up to 1 year. And the old man don't have this. I have also seen somebody dead, covered several times in the bush. When you investigate, you find out probably maybe they are doing their oil bunkering activity, and these people that are timber cutters or palm wine, palm wine tappers or fishermen and all that, they will be around doing their normal business, and probably security agents now attack them. When the security agents declare after running, they will now go to the person. Maybe when they see phone, they say you are the one that called them. When the person says no, I don't, I'm minding my business. No, you are the one. They beat the person to death. You can see how they waste human beings like without conscience. Thirdly, people burned, just like this thing happened to me. Within November, December, 40-something people burned in a place where I'm protected. Because I wasn't around. 40-something died within interval of 2 months that I was not around. You see how people burned and die on daily basis. Last week, I think one has burned with 2 people. 2 people. Just, I'm talking of last week, few days ago. A house burned with 2 people. So you can see how people are lavishing their lives in the name of the. Okay, tell me, those people that is burnt, would they, at that point where they are burning, would they not have regretted if they have lived this thing and faced any other way of survival? Wow. So I advise all of us to think positive. Thank you.
All right, thank you. But this is how we wrap things up. Thank you very much again for your time on the show with us, Mr. Adah. He is the Deputy Commander for the Nigeria Deputy Commander General for the Nigeria Hunters and Forest Security Service, Dr. Nwanchukwu Adah.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.